Hello friends, once again welcome back to Java Jagran. As part of collection video series, today I am going to discuss about the internal of array list. In my previous video, I was explaining about the basic things of the array list. In this video, I will show you the internals of the array list, how the array list works internally, what are the required things for the array list. So let's start. So same like a vector, if you will go and see in array list also, there is the same constructor. If you will, I can show you one that I shown you the internal. So it's same like a vector in array list also have the uh, object, but here the thing is we have the only zero. One is the zero add constructor, one is the single argument constructor, and one is the this is the with the collection. So you people will not find there two integer r constructor, that is the one is the initial capacity, one is the incremental capacity like vector, because array list does not allow the other people to set the incremental capacity. It's automatically calculate the incremental capacity. It's almost 2 by 3 plus 1. So it's based on the strategy of the people, so how it will be, they will increase its size, but we can set the initial capacity, but we cannot set the incremental capacity. We can set the initially what is the size. So here I can set the 2. So in this case it will create the internally same like a character. Array list also follow a growable array algorithm. So what is the growable array algorithm? So the growable array algorithm is, it will initially it will create as you can show you, the array list internally store all the data in the form of the array. So how it is stored basically in initial stage, it will create one array with a specific size. Suppose in this case I am passing the 2. So what it will do, it will create one array with the 2 packet, and then it will start this inserting the data into that packet. But before the inserting, each time it will check for the capacity. So that here I am created with the 2 packets. So if the first data it will start inserting, so it will check that is there any space is available. So for that, what it will do, the internally it has the one size variable, so it will contain how many data is already inserted into the array list, and one is the length variable, so how many elements that this array list can hold. So what it will do, it will compare the size and the length. So if the size is less than the length, it means the array list is not full, then it will insert the data. Else, if the size is equal to become the equal, or the array list become full, so what it will do, it will just call the increase capacity. So that method will increase the capacity, and then it will start the inserting the data. So like that, the array list internally working. So this is every time checking before inserting, it's checking the capacity of the array list and then increasing the capacity. This is called the growable array algorithm. So whenever they require, just grow the array. So this is the algorithm that is the followed by the array list and like a vector. So this is how it's used. So the add method, before the adding the element each and every time, it will call the ensure capacity one method. That ensure capacity method will be responsible for the growable array algorithm. So it will check the whether the array list become full. If the full, they will increase the capacity. If not full, they will leave it as it is. So this is how it's work. So this is the add method, how it's working. But same like a set method, there is, so in the different like a vector, in the vector we didn't find the any method to replace an element. It means if the already data is there, suppose on the first packet some data is there, we want to replace it, so in the vector we didn't find, but here with the set method we can replace. Suppose on the second position this data is there, so what we can do, we can set the data at the second position. See, there is the two method. One is the add method with the two argument. One is the set method with the two argument. The difference between these both is, this will add the new element at the second place, and second place element become the third place, and one bit shifted all the element after that. But in this case, it will not insert a new data at the second place. Whatever the data is there, it will replace the old data with the new one. So like this, it will happen. So I can show you the some of the things, like what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a debugger here, debugging point, and I'm going to start the program in a debugging mode. So see, if I'm starting, I could show you. See, so this is the how to debug the program. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a step over. So what it will do in the next line. So see, initially how it's created, it created the one array list, and this the array list, this array list of the object of the array list. If you will see inside, there is the element data that is having the object of two packet. In the each packet, you will find the null. See, the zero packet and first packet, all both the packet zero, and the these all some other variables are there. So now what I'm going to do, one more step I will go. So see what happened at the zero packet is inserted the data, this one a student object, and the size become 1. So I'm going to do one more over step. So now what it becomes the 0 and 1, both place the data is inserted, and now the size is the full, the array list become the full. So what we can, if we will try to add the one more new data, what it's doing is just increase the data, increase the size. So see, before it's a 2, now it's increased by 3. So if we will try to insert one more data, it will see, now the size is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how it's inserting is increased by the see, now the data become the 5. How many data is there? 6. See, this time it's become the 6. Before it's a 4, 4, after the 4 it's become the 6. So how, if you will multiply 4 into 2 by 3, so it will come equal to 2. So it will increase 3 by 2. The size always is to increase the 3 by 2. Before the suppose 2 is there, so it increase the 3 by 2. Sorry, 2 by, so 3 by 2 by 3. So it's become like that. So like this it's used to increase the size. So this is how the it's work internally. So this is all about the add method and set method. Now the list. What about the list? So list is if you are printing the any array list variable. So in the system, if you are passing any object in the system.out.println, so what it will do? It will internally call the toString method. So for that, what you have to do? You have to it will call the toString method in the array list, and the array list toString method is overridden. So ideally toString method will print like that. So for that, I can suggest you the two things. So if you want to work in a better way, because here is the set, and the next when you will come to the remove and the index of all the method. So for that, what is the required thing? So the required thing is your class, whatever you are going to add into the array list, that must and should have the two things. One is the equal method, overridden equal method. This is the most important thing for the array list. If you are not overriding the equal method, you are not able to perform the remove or search kind of operation. So this is required, because if you are adding the, suppose in the case of remove this method, remove with the object, what it will internally do? Let's see what it will internally do. Internally it will go into the array list, it will iterate the each and every element of the existing array list, and it will compare with this object. It will compare with this object whether the both the object is equal or not. So how it will compare? It will call the equals method. So if you are not overridden the equal method, it will be calling from the super class, it is object class. In object class, the comparison is the based on the reference, not based on the data. So it will check the reference, but the both the reference, see here is the other object we are passing, and suppose this one, here is the other object we are passing, here is the new object, both are the two different objects, so both are not pointing to the same object, so it will not work properly. So for that case, what we have to do, we have to override the equal method properly in our class, so that it will compare, it will call the equal method. Equal method can compare the data internally, whatever we want to, however we want to compare, it will compare, and then it will return the based on the true false. Based on the true false, it will come to the conclusion that the whether the data is existed or not, and based on that it will perform the remove it. So if we are getting the true, so it will, what it will do, it will remove the data from there. Same like the index of operation also, we want to find the data. So how it will find, it will just go into the array list, it will call the equals method. Based on the equal method, it will come to the conclusion that whether the data is available or not. And the other thing is the toString. ToString is not required, but if you want to print like this, suppose you want to pass the object into the system.out.println. So what happens is system.out.println will call the toString method from the array list. Inside the array list toString method is written like that. It will iterate the each and every object from the array list and it will print. So for that, what's the required? The required thing is that it will, for calling printing the array list, the toString method of array list also iterate the each and every element of the array list, and it will call the toString method on that object to print the data of that object. So if you are not overriding the toString method, then it will call from the superclass. Superclass is an object class. In the object class, the code is written like, logic is written like, it will print the class name at the rate reference memory location, like that something. So it will come like that. But if you want to see the data by printing the toString method or passing the object into system.out.println, so for that you have to override the toString method. No, it's not required to override in this manner only, but however you want to see the data, you can do it. So if I will run at this time, so see how the toString is printing. See, first the class name, then the inside the class it will data is there. So what the array list, the toString method will do, it will put the one bracket. After that, it will call the toString method for each and every object. So this, see, suppose first object toString method is calling, see here, however we written the logic like class name, bracket start, and the data id and the name, id equal to id and name equal to name. So in the same manner is printing. See, in the same manner is printing the data. This is the one starting here, and that is the for the array list class, and the inside that with the comma separated each and every data is there. So this is how the toString method will work from the array list. So this is how the array list work. Again, I talked about the add method, add the how to adding the, it will ensure the capacity. This add with the two parameters, so it will add on the specific location. This is the add with the set method with the parameter, so it will replace the data. List method will call the toString, if you will pass in the system.out.println. Remove, in the case of remove, it will, if you are passing the index, what it will do, it will simply go there and it will remove the there. It means removing means what it will do, it will just shift the, if you suppose passing the one first index data, so what it will do, it will start shifting the data from second index. So second index data coming to the first index, third index becomes second index, fourth index become third index. So what will do, the first index data is overridden by the second index. So what happened is first index data is gone. So this is how the remove method will index work. Remove method with the object, how it work is also internally, first it will find the index of the object and then it will call the same remove method. So this is how the internally it's working. Internally both are the not having the different logic. This remove method with the object will call the remove method with the index. So it will only, first it will try to just find the index, then it will call this. Now for the get method also, it get method is nothing but just whatever the index you will pass internally, it's storing on the array. So what it will do, from that array, that index element it will return. So this is how the, an index of method, it will start iterating from first to last, and it will search the whether the data is existed or not. So what it will do, it will, if you are passing any object, so it will start iterating the array list from beginning to end, and each and every element it will compare with calling the equal method. If the equal method is coming the true, so it will return the that index number. If the equal method is not matched with the anyone, it will return the -1. So this is the how the methods from the array list work. So hope so you people get benefited with this one. So this is all about for the now. In the next video I will try to come with some other topic, some new topic. I will try to explain the thing. So as of now, that's all. Thank you, keep watching. Subscribe the channel, like the video and share with the. Thank you.